Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates, I'm Rear Admiral Tarek of the battleship Devourer, as we continue our campaign against the Romulan Star Empire, and we are just about out of equipment. We have been out here for quite some time, away from resupply, haven't been able to do anything about it. We've been taking a steady amount of damage, and we are getting low on parts and marines. The planet, however, is down to 25 defense, which means it could flip at any time. So we're going to try and stay out here just a little bit longer. See if we can't take the planet of 21-9. That way we won't have to go all the way back to friendly space in order to actually get our ship resupplied and repaired. So the first things first, an excellent starting mission for us in our current situation is a surprise reverse. Let's get in there as fast as we can, knock out every single one of these ships before they can actually turn on and hurt us. We have 3 spare parts and we are 5 points low on power, which is a bit of an issue, as you might imagine. So our maximum speed is a bit reduced. Your power will repair over time, so I'm not going to use our 3 spare parts for that. I'm going to save that for fixing, say, a MIRV launcher, but it is a bit of an issue. So we're going to have to sort of just go around and steadily recover as much as we can in between missions. We've been running into just too many numerous battleships, and the K-10s are really out in force right now, and they are trying to hunt us down at every possible turn. So we're currently squaring off against a whole bunch of pirate frigates on a single light cruiser, so we're just going to vector in on this light cruiser to start with, and hopefully smash him with a whole ton of missiles that he can't defend himself from. He might be able to do it, though, unfortunately, because he could have D-type plasma torpedoes or anti-missile defense systems, although in this end of the galaxy it would be much more common to have D-type plasma torpedoes. With that said, the probe's going to tell us for sure what we're dealing with. We're going to prep the MIRVs, get them ready for launch to send them out, and he does have a triple AMS, which is pretty significant, but we should be able to cut through it thanks to our MIRVs. Assuming they can get out ahead of me, because I can't exactly launch the heavy missiles in front of the little missiles. Otherwise, that would be just kind of pointless. So waiting for them to sort of crawl their way up the ship, because for some reason this quad launcher is at the very bow of the ship. I would have reversed that. I would have put the quad launcher in the back and the ARACs up front, but that's just me when it comes to starship design. It does mean that we're going to have quite the distance in between salvos here. And I'm really actually tempted to do this. We're going to double up the missile salvo, make sure that triple B-Rack can't do anything. The B-Rack is actually pretty good as anti-missile defense systems go, so I can't really knock it too much. I mean, I'm going to a little bit. But it is dangerous, so having that much additional firepower on the blast may actually be enough to penetrate. It is a light cruiser after all. It's got more armor than other ships. Each one of these frigates is going to be much easier to break, but specifically for him, he's going to take a little bit more damage. Now, I doubt he's going to survive this, so I probably am not going to invest any more missiles into that. I've only got another 4 rounds out of that, 3 rounds out of the MIRVs, so we don't have a ton of additional firepower at the moment. So we're going to have to make heavy use of our disruptors and our pretty significant phaser armor. Now look at that, just cutting through it. So that's, wow. See if we can't glitch anything offline. Wow, the number of missiles he was able to shoot down with that one was just impressive. It was a good thing that we doubled up the missile barrage, because otherwise we would have never gotten through. You've got a single B, you've got a single B, you've got a single B. Really? You're just all here to make my life annoying, aren't you? So we're going to do that just to distract the missiles, and then we'll come in with the rest of our missiles. The house guardian, he's on top of him. See if we can't make sure he doesn't defend himself, and stunned, excellent. Phaser's not yet ready, so we are going to unfortunately have to soar past him. We really should probably pay attention to him. He's got a heck of a lot more firepower. So we're going to line the phasers up onto him and see if we can cut through him. Not quite. Oh, this could get a little bit ugly. Let's actually slow down. We are currently sapping our power budget at a rate faster than what we can actually maintain. We're just outside of range, so we can use our MIRVs before his AMD will kick in. And we'll come off the course a little bit before we fire the rest of the salvo. There we go. And let him start trying to shoot him down. He's only got a singleton, so he shouldn't be able to shoot down nearly as much. But he's focusing on the wrong targets from our perspective. Disruptors. See if he can't stun it. Just cause a little bit of damage. There we go. Just enough to shatter it. 4 disruptors almost ready. Excellent. And we're up to 75 of 78 points of power, so we're almost fully patched on this mission. Start firing disruptors. 21 damage. Wow, that's actually quite a bit for disruptors. They don't normally do that much, even with all 8 of them hitting a target. So, pretty good job on that one. You are going to get this. You, I'm going to focus on with phasers. And then this for the follow-up. Make sure that those birds are up in front so that they get shot at first. And this should be the end of what he's got. Gotta line up disruptors just in case, and they're not going to be ready by the time the missiles actually get there to stun things, but we can hope by the time the second part of the salvo hits. Start opening fire. Start going for those stunning shots. It didn't work. But it didn't matter, because we just had too many missiles and he couldn't deal with it. Alright, so that'll be a decent amount of prestige, and we managed to repair up to 76 of 78, so we're feeling a lot better than we had been, because we were pretty gosh darn hurting. We still only have 3 spare parts, and it is a significant worry of mine, but if we can get this Empire defense down... Also, we don't have enough Marines to actually conquer a planet, so if a planetary assault comes up, we cannot do it, because we've only got 2 Marines, and the minimum number of Marines that you can knock an enemy ship down to is 2, and goodbye. No, just goodbye. Absolutely not, game. This is uncalled for. So, this is a King Condor. This is a King Condor. This is a K-10. This is the 2 biggest battleships in the game in terms of raw, straight-up alpha firepower. Oh, it's a K-9, not a K-10. But still, 2 of the biggest battleships in terms of raw firepower. And I think I thought I saw... No, they're KCNFs. So they are upgrade... Oh, you are a KCNX. I was not mistaken. So we are in the X era. Our battleship just became obsolete. I hate to say that, but it's kind of true. So, at this point, X-type phasers are now on the field, and this is the most powerful battleship out there. He's just overpoweringly strong at this point. He's got 2 R-type plasma torpedoes, 3 S-type plasma torpedoes, 2 F-type plasma torpedoes, a decent-ish number of phasers, 4 plasma D torpedoes. I don't think he has plasma... Oh, no, he does have phaser 3s. He's got 4 of those in back. And then he's got 4 pseudo-frigates, or 2 pseudo-frigates, or a decent number of pseudo-frigates to bring along, which each carry 2 plasma torpedoes. Which, if the AI could actually buy things and maintain at higher prices, he could have ones with 4 plasma torpedoes. But yeah, this ship is a monster. I mean, it's got 12 phasers, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 phasers. Our maximum armor is 12. He outguns us in terms of phaser firepower, and for a Romulan ship to outgun you in terms of phasers is actually kind of sad, because Romulans love their plasma torpedoes, and you can't really blame them. They're a fantastic weapon system, and so what they'll do is they'll cram all the plasma they can possibly get onto a ship, and they skimp out on things like phasers and certain defenses, which, because of the cloaking device, that can work, and that can work really well. So normally, though, in between those 3 turns it takes for a plasma torpedo to cycle, if they're actually trying to duke it out with you and don't go into cloak, they're at a pretty significant disadvantage. They just don't bring enough firepower to the table. However, the King Condor is a very much exception to that rule. It kicks butt and takes name in 7 continents. So we're going to get out of here. We're not going to get involved with this. This is the game just simply being churlish. We've got this sector mostly taken, but they have those. And bringing 2 King Condors on a single mission is an absurd amount of firepower. Although, I think during the Romulan campaign at one point we did have 2 King Condors. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm not about to risk a battleship on a suicide run. We could try and go for another one of those, oh, let's sneak around the side and blow up and take the hard docks, but that would not work, because we took a ton of damage. Oh, by the way, we're back up to maximum power. So we're back into fighting trim, just with weakened armor. The last time we did that little end around to avoid just a couple, well, it was 3 K-10s instead, they almost killed us regardless, and we were only able to pull that off. I can't take this mission. Like, I can't. I'm not going to hang around to do anything. I'm going to show up and leave, which is a little bit annoying, but I don't want to take any damage to my ship. Oh, come on. We could take this guy no problem. This is a piece of cake mission. It's got a BBF, which is a fantastic battleship, and a BCS, which is a great battlecruiser, and the only thing they're bringing against us is a Prax. We could take that easily. But the problem is, I have 2 Marines. What I'm going to do is I am going to beam my Marines over, and then I'm going to fire every single weapon that I have and hope that that's enough to convert the planet. Because if I can knock him down to 1 when I have 2, I can win. Even a rock is not going to have a problem with this. You are a rock, right? Yeah, he's a Romulan optimized Condor with the X-type upgrade. We were in a ship like this for quite some time in the Romulan campaign. It's a really good ship. I love it. It's nimble. It's fast. It's got a whole ton of pseudo-frigates. And I just totally missed my lineup on this guy. You have 2 plasma torpedoes, right? You're a fairly decent sized one. You also have one of the coolest looking, because you do look like the Dederit X, just with the separated thing. If we had an updated model on this one, it would be awesome. I'd love to get that. But we don't have one yet. Someday. Eventually, soon. Hope. Cross your fingers. So we're going to give this a shot. I don't know. I don't think this will work. Because fairly positive that what the game is going to do is the moment I beam people over, it's going to kill one of mine. So I don't think it's at all possible to pull this off. I would love to, but again, I don't think I can do it. Breaching through the planet shouldn't be too hard, because we do have a battleship. And while he is not going to get anywhere near the planet to do any breaching, he will still be able to fire his R-type plasma torpedoes because they are long enough range, I think. Cross your fingers on that one. The AI sometimes does some really dumb stuff. We have no shuttles, so we can't afford to take any risks when it comes to plasma torpedoes hitting us. But we are going to do a second volley, I think, just to ensure that he dies. So there's the crash stop right there. And we got a couple of hits on him anyway. Follow up with the rest of the missiles. And this will get through, no problem. I'm not confident it'll kill him. Did I not launch MRFs? Oh crap, I didn't launch MRFs. Oh well. This should be enough. He doesn't have that much in the front of his fences, and he's already used up his protections. So unless he cloaks, which he hasn't launched his plasma torpedo, so I don't think he... Oh no, he did. At the protector. It wasted him, but that's okay. Getting some hits, but it's separating those hits out. They're not being concentrated like I'd like them to be. But the plasma torpedoes are soaking up the phaser firepower, so that's cool. Disruptors, he has a hole. I got a little bit more damage on there. Missiles striking through, doing a good amount of damage with that one. Alright, he's mostly out of the fight at this point. If we haven't just completely shattered his ability to generate power, then I don't believe it. Yeah, that hurts. Okay, first one's down. On to you. Yeah, you're a good target for me, actually. Let them duke it out with the Shrike. The Shrike's going to be a pretty powerful ship. Like, we know, he's got a single R-type plasma torpedo, 2 S's, 2 F's. He's almost as powerful as most of the heavier battleships, even though he is classified as a smaller vessel. And I do like rocks. I think rocks are awesome. They're probably one of the best Romulan dreadnoughts for sort of the level of tech that you're dealing with. They skimp on phasers. I mean, you can see that. He's only got 6 phaser X's and 4 phaser 3s. Which, on a dreadnought hull, that's pretty pathetic. I mean, that's early heavy cruiser level. And by now, in the modern era, heavy cruisers are packing 10, 12 phasers. I mean, they've got what we've got. So, the fact that he's got 6 is really, really sad. But he's got those big plasma torpedo batteries. And he can just flood the area with fire. And then disappear. So, as long as he's under cloak, we have to basically just waste time with him. I'm not willing to risk too much to try and get under him. That was a crash stop. Oh, that was a wild weasel deployment. I got you. You are mine. So we've got the angle. We're on his stern, where those phaser 3s are going to come in handy, but they're going to run into these, and I'm coming in for a phaser overrun. Yeah, I ain't an X-ship, but I've got more than enough firepower to really cut you to ribbons now that once the missiles hit. And you wasted a lot of your firepower trying to protect against the plasma torpedo. So he is a pseudo-frigate tender, so he does have a lot of tractor beams, but he grabs, again, the nerves and not the actual dangerous ones. And that's... Oh, it didn't kill him. Wow. I'm stunned by that. Phasers. There we go. Alright, so the defender has been destroyed, as expected. That was the easy part. Now comes kind of the hard part, because I don't know if this will work. With only 2 Marines, we don't have enough to just beam over and defeat them on Marines. Hi, can I steal Marines from you? I'm stealing spare parts from you. Give me all your spare parts, please. Did they give me anything? No, it didn't. How about you? Will you give me spare parts? Are you going to be a pal? A friend? A buddy? No. No, they don't care. If they drop their shields, I can steal from them. Alright, so we're going to need to double up a salvo here. So, drop a couple of these. And we're just going to get ourselves up to speed. We'll double up a MIRV salvo just to make sure. That'll bleed off all of our MIRVs. But that will allow us to get an entire salvo on through. And once that salvo's through, that's game, set, and match. In terms of taking on a planet. Because once the shield is down, you've got him. We have disruptors. It will take us a week and a year, but we'll do it. So I'm going to order as much power as I can into engines, see if I can just get this a little bit closer together so it's not staggering quite so much. Alright, last of the MIRVs, drop back. Let them get in there first. And select the rest of the missile launchers. We want both MIRV volleys in front, because he has 16? 2, 3. Yeah, 16 phaser 3s. And then a whole ton of tractor beams. So I need 24 missiles up front to take on the tractor beams and the phaser 3s. There we go. We got the whole stream heading in on him. And if I had more drone links, I would add even more to this. I might even triple up if I had the MIRVs to do it. I don't. So we're going to have to then rely on disruptors after this. How much power do I currently have on the forward shield? 22 points of power. That's excellent. That's a hilarious amount of power, actually. Unfortunately, we bleed that power so insanely quickly just by virtue of our engines. We are a battleship, so we do not have the most efficient drives ever. So just watching this missile stream, and this is going to penetrate the shield, no problem. This hopefully will also deal a decent amount of damage to the planet, but because planets do not rotate in this game, yeah, he's in trouble. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can't get too close. He does have massive plasma torpedo batteries. Let's start slowing down. He shot down the entire first salvo without even so much as flinching. And all the tractor beams, and now the big crunch of the missile strike. There we go. 131 damage, plus an additional 48. Slow down to a stop. Full power of the forward shield, fire disruptors. And that's the plan from here on in. Fire probes, how do we do? Also, show me the Marine panel. He has captured 12 Marines. Excellent. And looks like most of his plasma torpedoes are offline. That puts us in a much more comfortable position. I got 41 points of power I can throw into that forward shield. That kind of makes you feel good. Increase speed of time. We'll slow down. And we'll continue our disruptor bombardment. Hopefully we'll shred his planet without too much trouble here. So 11 Marines to go. It's going to take us a little while. If you guys actually get into the fight sometime soon by using your plasma torpedoes, we can have this done in, well, about 2 seconds. Because all of the plasma Rs that they have will just rip apart this planet. Not literally. You can't actually destroy the planet, although that would be pretty funny. But you can get gosh darn close. So we'll just weaken it down, bring it down to 2 people left on there, and then we will be done with it. 4 disruptors. Probe. Tell me if we finally knocked out the... Okay, we did. Getting close. We are at the maximum speed of time. All of them select, all of them engage. We have no more missiles, otherwise I'd be chucking them all left, right, and center. Down to 4. Getting closer. I want to hit them with my phasers. And then we'll save up for one massive alpha strike when we actually beam them over. I'm going to actually go at minimum speed of time in order to do this. I don't think it's going to work. I am 99% sure it's not going to work. But I have to try. I can't not try. Not with an opponent that was so easily swept aside. Because that's kind of the reason why I stuck around. If it was a battle against the K-10, I would have bailed. I would have said, nope, not happening. But they gave us a fast battleship. They gave us a battle cruiser. They gave us everything to make this work out. So, you gotta give it a shot. Yes, I'm aware of the closing range. I want to get rather close. I want to make this work. So I want to get almost on top of him. By almost on top of him, I mean we're going to have our shields touching his shields. Don't worry, it won't be weird. So let's get right on top of him. Under a range of 3, every single weapon of ours will engage. Slow down the speed of time to the minimum. Beam over Marines. Send all Marines, come on. Why will you not send Marines? He has no shields. I know for a fact he doesn't have shields. Increase speed time to normal? Why can I not beam over Marines? Oh, he does have a shield. Oh, okay. I forgot. I didn't shoot enough. Alright, all of them select. We wait a turn. We wait for all of our phasers to be ready. They've got to be ready. Because I'm going to get one chance at this. Okay, that's it. Minimum speed. All Marines over. You're there. Fire everything. Just did 91 damage to this planet. Oh, we have advantage. We had advantage. Keep firing everything you've got. We have possibly a chance. Come on, just show me 0. Show me 0. Come on, every single weapon fire. Come on, one of them will win. 5-man versus 5-man. We've got a Counter-Strike game going on down there. Come on. Just give all the assisting firepower you can. Whoever drops to 0 first wins the game. Oh, come on. Please tell me we can waste this time. Please tell me that we actually can win this. Because I'm just going to keep blasting everything I've got into this planet until it dies. If I had shuttles, I would... No, we lost! Gosh darn it all! You guys have Marines. Oh, crap. Speed 0. You guys have Marines, okay? You could take this. You could absolutely destroy this thing. But they're not going to do it. Because the AI is moronic. That's so incredibly frustrating. We won the first skirmish, but we couldn't win the war. So at this point, we have no Marines. We have 3 spare parts. We're basically out of belt armor. We're on half loads of missiles. As much as I want to hang around, I don't think we can. I think we're going to have to make the long journey back home. Which really sucks, because we got him so low. Only to be thwarted in the end by a slightly over-aggressive strategy in the previous mission against those dockyards, where we beamed over just a few too many Marines. That's frustrating. They're guarding their dockyards with King Condors and K-10s that we can't beat. And their planets, well, we have no Marines. So we may have to go home, which is so incredibly frustrating. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.